A Zimbabwean billionaire, businessman, philanthropist, founder and executive chairman of the international technology group Econet Global, Strive Masiyiwa said, and I quote, "If we tackle corruption, no child will sleep hungry, there will be no injustice, and every child will be in school. The most powerful force against economic and financial crimes is one person saying no." End of quote. Just one emphatic no can make a difference. Imagine if all of us should not just say no to economic and financial crimes, but also act accordingly against it everywhere we find ourselves. What a nation we would bequeath on our children, the future of Nigeria. This is another reason why the EFCC is waging war in the fight against cybercrime, as children and youth are Nigeria's future. Welcome to The Eagle. I am your host, Aisha Muhammad.
I am Abdurrashid Bawa. I stand against corruption. I call on every patriotic Nigerian to lend their voices in this crusade. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. Together we'll make Nigeria great.
The education environment is one platform through which we can inculcate the virtues of anti-corruption in our children. But there cannot be a learning when lives and properties are at stake. No wonder the EFCC, in addition to establishing its clubs in schools, is collaborating with other anti-corruption and security agencies to provide security for Nigerian students and their schools. This resolve was made when officials of the NSCDC female squad paid a courtesy visit on the secretary to the commission, George Ekpungu, at the commission's headquarters in Jabi, Abuja. The visit was to introduce the female squad of the NSCDC to the commission, expose all present to the need for more security around schools in the country. Ojochokutami Eche was there and now tells us more.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has called on the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to collaborate with it in tackling emerging security threats across the country. This call was made in Abuja by the National Coordinator of the Female Squad of NSCDC, Chief Superintendent of Corps, CSP Imoke Oluwakemi, while on a working visit to the EFCC's headquarters. Oluwakemi said the female squad is a special squad in the NSCDC, formed through a memorandum of understanding between the Minister of Interior and the Commandant General of the NSCDC to protect lives and property, especially in schools across the 36 states of the Federation. She stated that they are carrying out sensitization programs in schools to be security conscious and encourages the schools to install surveillance devices and reaching out in cases of emergencies via their hotlines. Oluwakemi stressed that part of the reasons for their visit to the EFCC is to encourage the Commission to reach out to NSCDC if there is need for extra hands, especially in areas of fire backing and other security needs.
We believe in synergy, and the Commandant General have been calling on the stakeholders on how they are going to tackle this insecurity that is facing our nation, Nigeria. So we'll be having a synergy meeting with this paramilitary military so that we can know how we can synergize together. So we now said we have not paid a court visit to the EFCC. We should come and then let you know what we do in the female squad.
We just want you to be calling us in case you need any extra hands. If you need any extra hands, you can just call on the female squad in the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. And by the special grace of God, we are going to give you the request. Thank you.
Responding, Secretary to the Commission, Dr. George Ekpungu, who spoke for the EFCC Chairman Abdurrashid Bawa, thanked the NSCDC team and emphasized the need for stakeholders to collaborate in tackling emerging security challenges in the country. He stated that the EFCC already has a robust relationship with the NSCDC and as such will do everything to protect and collaborate with them.
We have a very robust relationship with the NSCDC. What people are doing and to protect our schools and then to support even the female folk is commendable, and we'll do everything to support and encourage it.
The secretary to the commission further commended the NSCDC for having such female squad in the organization, stressing that the motherly instinct will always kick in women, and whom better to secure the lives of children at school than the squad. Ojo Chokutami Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
In its continuous effort to hone the skills of its workforce for impactful performance, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC has commenced an intensive training on tax fraud investigation for its officers. The training, which kicked off at the EFCC Academy Kara Abuja, was declared open by the commandant of the academy, Ayo Oluwoni. Ojochokutami Eche, again, is our guide.
The commandant of the EFCC Academy, Ayo Oluwonihi, while welcoming all the participants to the academy, charged them to be open to learning and maximize every opportunity offered by the training by paying attention to every detail. He said this is part of the instruments that the staff will be needing to carry out their duties as they grow up in their career path. Oluwonihi further charged the participants to enjoy trainings, stressing that two things needed in life for success are experience and training.
Two things you need in life for success: experience and or training. If you don't have the experience, where you can pick it up is training. You either live through it or you learn it. So you are here, give it your best shot. Listen and contribute. Contribute, open your mouth, participate. That's how you can learn.
Participants who were drawn from the 14 zonal commands of the EFCC were further urged to participate interactively and share experiences from their various zones while networking with others. The training module covers tax fraud investigation and risk management, Excel for investigators and analysts, work ethics and integrity, and personal development for middle managers. 120 officers participated in the courses. Ojo Chokutami Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
Learn dia wale jana rin so no zona lamar rishawa and ya zace na learn dia labor ci so lamar nilewa bai so litari ba ci so samma rishawa shi ma ndir sama so gusto so jama'an dia boye kalan dia kliyo lamar da kriyo bai na din tuliyo baro dio bilin da talaya so ci da so ndawo dia so sama so nda dai ban dia bana a rishawa kallata so wa mu koyi bawo
Kalkal.
A wire fraud suspect, Fatade Idowu Olamilekon, on wanted list of the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI), was extradited to the United States for allegedly stealing over $3,500,000 United States dollars worth of equipment in various cities across the U.S. Abbas Abubakar Umar has the details.
Fatade Idowu Olamilekon's extradition was coordinated by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC following a notice from the Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI New York through the U.S. legal attaché for his role in impersonating various cities, state and academic institutions across the United States. He was indicted by a grand jury in the Southern District of New York for offenses of wire fraud, interstate transportation of stolen property, and identity theft. The suspect was arrested on September 30, 2021 by operatives of the EFCC, and his extradition trial commenced sometimes in November 2021 before Justice Chukwujeku Aneke of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos. On May 1, 2022, the judge granted the request to extradite the suspect to the United States to answer to the criminal charges against him. Upon his arrival in the United States, the suspect is billed to appear before a United States District Court.
It was an atmosphere of mixed feelings as staff of the Public Affairs Department of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC celebrated a Deputy Director, DCE Samin Ahmadin, who bowed out honorably from the public service after clocking the mandatory retirement age of 60 years. DCE Ahmadine, who joined the commission in 2006 as a media officer in the Department of Public Affairs, rose through the ranks while making his contributions to the preventive mandate of the commission in the fight against economic and financial crimes.
The event had in attendance management staff, heads of units, members of staff and well-wishers. Speaking on behalf of the Executive Chairman, Abdurrashid Bawa, the Director of Public Affairs, Osita Nwaja, described the celebrants as an epitome of selflessness, dedication and hard work. He said DCE Ahmadine has no doubt distinguished himself as an officer who meritoriously served the country diligently.
Truly, and this is not, the regular thing as regular as these kind of ceremonies go. You come and say all the beautiful things about the person who is living, and you are causing him in the dark recesses of your heart. For this gentleman, all of those things are from the depth of people's heart, and we can't thank him enough for lending us his services all of these years. Our brother, our friend, our colleague, our father, we thank you very, very much. We thank you, we absolutely thank you. And we wish you the very, very best as you move on into other endeavors. Thank you so very much.
In the same rites, colleagues and well-wishers took turn to recount their experiences with the celebrant while wishing him greater height as he takes on the next phase of life.
I had an opportunity to travel to Ghana with him, and then I came so close to him and I discovered that he's a wonderful man, a very gentle, peace-loving, very easy-going person. We formed a very, very strong bond and I became so fond of him.
The young man and I have had a wonderful working relationship. What I admire about him is his attitude. He's somebody that has no airs about him at all. As far as me is what you see is what you get. When you get some work places, you have toxic atmosphere. With him, there is no toxicity. He relates freely with everybody.
Lesson for all of us who are still in the system is about leadership. The fact that you don't need to be the head, the fact that you don't need to be the director to be a leader. And what is leadership that I learned from him? Leadership is about impact. And from everything that has been said here, is a man that has left tremendous impact in the life of everyone that he has come in contact with. So, Mr. Samuel, as you step aside, we know that you are going to continue to be a good ambassador of the EFCC.
What I will only add is we've worked with him in Kopi, and he's a man of immense capacity and always willing to solve problems where you have one. One of the things I remembered was that immediately he left us, the whole office ran into trouble. I can see some faces they will remember. Because now how do you communicate to the public? It became an issue, serious one. The head of legal then, in one of the meetings said, no one should speak for the commission again since Ogasami is not around without him clearing it. Because someone made a comment and it became an issue. So this is what we have learned.
This man, in his gentility, he will collect our bowls long like this and he will buy everybody's meal and bring it to him. Who else is down to earth like him? So we have continued to be friends and pals and colleagues. We are like family with him because of his gentility.
Mr. Samin, so much has been said about him, and the summary of it all, as Ben said, that he's indeed a jolly good fellow. He radiates so much love, so much beauty from inside, and I will summarize to say that he brings life to wherever he is, and he puts smiles on everybody's faces.
But there's something that has not been said, and what has not been said is that Sami is someone that shares everything that he has. As little, as big, whatever he has, he shares it with everybody. So So this pension that you are going to take, as someone that we know is always sharing. So you are going to tell us how you are going to share the thing, so that everybody that is here, we have a share of the pension. We are very grateful that we are here today. Mr. Sami has been very, very good. He's someone that has what I would call transgenerational value.
Responding DCE Ahmadine, who had worked at the Abuja, Gombe, Lagos and Kano commands of the commission, broke down in tears while trying to express his feelings at the massive show of love. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
Next on the program is EFCC conviction update with Golden Onwura. Over to you, Golden.
Thank you, Aisha. The EFCC has continued to record breakthroughs in the war against economic and financial crimes, not just through its rigorous sensitization programs, but through success in investigation, prosecution, and conviction. This has given hope to victims of economic and financial crimes, as well as Nigerians in general. Here are the details.
From January to July 2022, the Commission recorded 2,029 convictions. From the 18th to 22nd of July 2022, the Enugu Zonal Command secured 52 convictions, while Port Harcourt Zonal Command had 35 convictions. The Lagos Zonal Command recorded 15 convictions, while the headquarters Abuja got 8. Benin Zonal Command secured 6 convictions, while Kano, Ibadan, and Uyo Zonal Commands recorded 5 convictions each. The Kaduna Zonal Command had 4 convictions, which brings the total from across all commands to 157 convictions for the week. Within the week, Justice Ahmad Mahmood of the Federal High Court sitting in Sokoto convicted and sentenced 3 car dealers to 5 years imprisonment each. The suspects are Aminu Sahabi, Nasiru Muhammad Danyaro, and Umar Mohammed. The convicts were jailed after pleading guilty to 1 count separate charge each, bordering on flouting provisions of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended in 2012, upon being arraigned by the Sokoto Zonal Command of the EFCC. In another development, Justice P.I. Ajoku of the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, convicted and sentenced 4 illegal bunkerers, Harry Derara, Lucky Abone, Onobeya Stephen, and Okokeme Ebi, to 2 years imprisonment each for illegally dealing in petroleum products. A fine of 5 million naira was also slammed on MT Prairie 1, which was a vessel used in committing the offense.
That's it from this segment. But before I go, remember the saying that every day is for the thief, but one day is for the owner of the house. Therefore, shun all forms of economic and financial crimes to avoid being nabbed by the EFCC. I am Golden Onwura. Back to Aisha for the continuation of the program.
The Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering SCOMOL is aware of the difficulties currently being experienced by successful applicants for the SCOMOL certificates. This development was caused by the suspension of the issuance of certificates to successful applicants by the SCOMOL. The move is an administrative measure designed to bring the agency to full compliance with its statutory responsibilities and obligations under the new Money Laundering Act 2022. The law fundamentally altered the existing regulatory framework and substantially invalidates the certificate issued by SCOMOL, which did not reflect its new status as an agency fully domiciled in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. It therefore became imperative to suspend the issuance of the old certificates until a new one that takes into account the new regulatory environment is printed. Being a security document, there are processes involved in printing the new document. However, SCUML is delighted to announce that the procurement process for the production of the new certificate have been concluded, and very soon successful applicants will begin to receive notification to collect their certificate, as machinery has been set in motion to ensure that the backlog is cleared with dispatch. This clarification shall guide the public understanding of the situation as it relates to SCUML certificates. The delay is purely administrative and has nothing to do with inefficiency as imputed in some quarters. SCUML empathizes with genuine applicants for the difficulty of the past few days, but assures that all arrangements have been made to ensure that the process is returned to the established order of prompt and excellent service delivery.
Before we end the program, here are some tips for citizens to help the EFCC in achieving its vision of having a corrupt-free Nigeria. Expose corrupt activities and risks that may otherwise remain hidden. Speak up when you see corruption being perpetrated. Keep the public sector honest, accountable, and transparent. Help stop dishonest practices wherever you find yourself. Ensure that public employees act in public interest. Do the right thing. Stand for integrity always. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC wishes to inform the public that it has launched a virtual town hall meeting called EFCC Connect to expand its reach and engagement with citizens within and outside the country. EFCC Connect is an online program designed to engender close interface and collaboration with the Nigerian public, provide answers and clarification to issues, sensitize and educate them on the war against economic and financial crimes using the social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This Wednesday on the EFCC Connect, the topic of discussion is counterfeiting. Possession is an offense. Join the conversation on our Twitter space at official EFCC at 6 p.m. for this and more. Also, the EFCC, in a bid to sanitize its systems against internal corruption and to ensure that its officers conduct themselves in a professional manner, has, through the Department of Internal Affairs, opened up dedicated channels for reporting acts of misconduct by its officers. To report any case of misconduct by any officer of the EFCC, kindly send an email to dia@efcc.gov.ng or call the Servicom unit of the EFCC on 091 58993541. Note, you can only call or send an email when you're 100% sure and have supporting evidence to back your claims. And that wraps up our program for the day. But before we go, here is a reminder that you can send an email to info@efcc.gov.ng and speak to our officers on 0809 3322644 and follow us on all our social media platforms at official EFCC for all matters relating to economic and financial crimes. And if you see fraud happening, use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye. Download the app, follow the steps, and report fraud on the go. You can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. My name is Aisha Mohammed, leaving you with this parting words from Abraham Lincoln that says, "When I do good, I feel good. And when I do bad, I feel bad." That's having conscience. Let your conscience guide you in doing the right thing always. See something, say something, and be rest assured that the EFCC will do something about it. Goodbye, and please do stay safe. Be kind to yourself and to others. God bless Nigeria, and do enjoy the rest of the week.